And that's why I should have a show for the Mason Cable Network. It'll be fun, it'll be new, and everybody's going to love it. I mean, we've already got rave reviews from my grandma, and it hasn't even come out yet. What do you think?
For starters, you just kind of came in here and said, that's why I should have a show. Number two, I don't know who you are.
Yeah, that's fair.
And number three, usually when we do shows here on MCN, we kind of like have like a pilot episode, like, something that we like start off like a baseline. You just brought me a paper that says please.
It's the magic word. Wait. I feel like this show can help build the community here at Mason. I feel like a lot of the students don't really know each other, and making a show based on advice and helping each other out, I think is a great way to help everybody, get connected and just be more together. I mean, after all, everybody has a story, and I feel like a show is the best place to help broadcast that.
I like the idea. I think it's something we can do. We have a new studio here for you to use, so you can definitely go in and give it a try.
All right, thank you. I won't let you down. Yeah, sorry, I'm going to need this later for a class I'm going to be late for, so just, okay, bye. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Kickback, the best advice/story/interview/comedy show on the Mason Cable Network, and I'm pretty sure the only one, but don't worry about that, because we already have rave reviews saying that this show is phenomenal, it's breathtaking, it's stupendous, and we haven't even started. See?
I just want you to know you're doing great.
Thanks, Grandma. Anyway, with that, I am your host, Julian Lee. All right, I didn't get anybody to help, so I'm just gonna. No, it's fine. We just started. Now, we have a lot of things to get into today. We've got stories, we've got advice, we've got the views from the people, we've got, well, I've got a lot of stuff to do then. But don't worry, I got this. I can do this. I gotta get up again. I gotta change the dang camera again. Change the camera. All right, and with that, we're just gonna, okay, I need to go get a team. I can't keep getting up. It's not leg day. I can't keep getting up. Guys, we're making a TV show. Let's go.
Yeah, sure. I don't got anything better to do. Yeah,
I guess.
I'm good.
Huh? No? What the? Hey! No! No, I didn't get to save my game! No!
All right, much better. Welcome to the Kickback. Take two. But now, I got my friends with me. We got my boy Drew in the studio.
Julian, I don't know how any of this stuff works.
That's great, bro. We got my boy Riley on advice.
What are you doing here? My segment hasn't started yet.
And we got my boy Theo on the weather. Theo, let us know what the weather is. Theo, can you hear it? Can you hear me, Theo? Okay, guys, I don't think we have a connection with Theo, so we're just gonna...
Thanks, Julian. Honestly, I don't really know why I'm out here, though.
Well, Theo, you're out here to do the weather. Duh.
No, this is pointless. This is pre-recorded. By the time this airs...
Theo, listen to me, bro. Just do the weather, and we'll figure it out later.
That's how the weather works. 2 days from now, it won't be...
No, you listen to me. What do you mean,
listen to you?
I need you to do the weather. The weather is important. I don't want to go outside without sunscreen. I don't know what to do when the block is hot.
It could snow, it could be sunny, it could be cloudy. There's no way we can keep this going. Fine. It's sunny. There's people here touring campus. I think maybe parents. I don't know. Some kind of event. The grass is green. It's kind of hot. Like, I don't know. There, you have the weather. Are you happy now?
Yep. And thanks, Theo. Yeah, you were right. Yeah, that segment was pointless.
That's what I was trying to tell you.
Anyway, for our first episode, I felt like it was important to talk about starting new. I've never done any kind of visual talk show before, and honestly, I'm kind of nervous. But everybody's always nervous to start something new. You have no frame of reference prior for doing it. It's the fear of the unknown. And interestingly enough, the most common thing I've heard from people on this campus when being nervous isn't actually being nervous about starting classes or being away from home. It's the fear to talk to people. Now, making friends is hard, especially when you move somewhere else. I had a lot of trouble my first semester on campus talking to people. I came from Maryland, where I grew up and made all of my friends, to Virginia, where I knew nobody. And anytime I was like sitting alone in the dining halls, I just assumed people were busy and didn't want to talk, so I wouldn't talk to them, and I just hoped they'd talk to me. And I'm a communication major. That was my thing. You'd think TV would be right and everybody at college would be super friendly, but everybody on this campus, maybe your campus, is really shy. Like, the elevator in my building has a button where you can open the doors, and that works perfectly fine. Looks almost untouched to hold the doors open. But the button to close the door has been pushed in so much that it doesn't work. Think about that. So when I would wait for people to talk to me, I would never hear anything back. But from what I learned is that you don't know if they're thinking the same thing or not. Maybe they're hoping that you would talk to them. Almost everybody is looking for a connection, and in my case, you just have to initiate it, which is easier said than done. But that's just what I did. I just try to say the first thing that comes to my mind, and if the context allows for it. And as funny as some of the stories are, it would kill me inside each time to put myself out there. But I did. But not everybody's like me. Walking up to random people and talking takes a lot of practice, and social anxiety can prevent you from even practicing it. So I have some guests that might be able to help us get different perspectives on this.
Hang on. Julian, did you forget to get a guest?
Bro, I don't know. I've never done this before. I'll call some people in like a minute or something. And
How could you forget to get a guest for your first show? Haven't you been planning this thing for like months now? Bro, it's the day of and you got no guests, bro. These are the kinds of things that you gotta plan out ahead of time. Now, who are you gonna get a guest now? How are you gonna get a guest now?
hello, everybody. It seems we've gotten our first guest for the Kickback, my boy Drew, who has so graciously volunteered to be the guest. Ain't that right? Mm-hmm. We got Ian in the stew right now.
That's me. I'm Ian.
Yes, you are. We got my girl, Olivia. Olivia, how are you doing today?
I'm pretty good. I'm a little stressed. I have a lot of things going on, but I'm happy to be here.
Is my boy, Trevor. Trevor, tell everybody what's up.
What's up?
You said that with a question. You're looking upwards. Oh. We got a comedian. Now, also, Drew is very tired. Bro went to sleep at like 5 a.m. Quick question, how are you functioning right now?
I'm not.
Okay, well, let's jump into some questions. So, how have you enjoyed your time here on George Mason's campus?
All I have to say is that it's been pretty solid so far. I've met a lot of great people, been learning a lot in my classes. I only despise about half of my professors, which is very nice.
Hey, that's pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
It's half and half.
I think I've enjoyed my last 3 years here, but I'm not sure how much of that really has to do with GMU itself.
Okay, so it's more of what you've made of it.
I mean, yeah, no, it's been nice getting out of the house, getting out of my small town, not small town, but getting out of the town I've lived in my entire life, basically. But I feel like there's nothing unique about my experience that is GMU. I feel like if I went to JMU or William and Mary, I'd have a different experience, but it still would be an experience I enjoyed.
Do you remember how we became friends?
Anna.
Can you expand on that just a little?
Well, in some capacity, Anna introduced us to each other.
Oh, you know.
When or how that happens?
That evades you, doesn't it?
I do not remember at this point.
Actually, yes, I remember perfectly. I had heard Rebecca mention you a lot, but I had never seen you. And I was like, I want to meet this kid. And...
Kid? You know what? Continue the story. It's fine. It's fine.
It's a friendly kid, you know?
Oh, I'm a friendly kid? Is that what you're trying to say?
Anyways, I was in the JC, and she came up to me with you and said, "This is Julian," and I was like, "Oh my God, this makes so much sense now." The main thing I got was that you guys seem like siblings, and I feel like that was a correct assessment.
Well, I remember the first time we met was at Southside, where
Yes,
I got
sir.
your Discord. But I don't think we really became friends until that one time you joined us playing Super Smash Bros. In the common room on our floor.
The cool game. Yeah, I remember that. I just walked in and I said, "Are you guys playing Smash Bros?" I fully well knew you guys were playing Smash Bros. I just didn't know how to open.
Smash Bros. Pool Shark over here.
Yes. You know me. You know me. I'm the best at Smash Bros. Just don't ask anybody. I'm great at the game. How do you make friends on campus?
Ooh, that's a great question. I ask myself that on like a daily basis.
Well, you've been successful. I've met your friends.
Sometimes I don't think I have, but that reassures me. Since I was young, was kind of like a floater. Like I was friends with everyone, but I had no really, really close friends. So I kind of still stick to that now. A lot of people tell me that I'm just everywhere. So I kind of, I adhere to that practice. So I don't know. I kind of just meet people by accident, and then we just hit it off.
Other than that, apparently staking out in a common area and playing Super Smash Bros. Is a pretty good way to attract people. This works surprisingly well. So if anything, you can always fall back on that.
Staking out, like what people do in a van when they're like waiting for people to leave their houses.
Well, when you put it like that.
Well, I mean, that's how you put it.
It sounded better when I said it.
Trial and error. Lots and lots of trial and error. I don't know if this is getting released like this year, which I expect it will be.
Yeah.
If you go back 2 years, like right when COVID was really starting and stuff, I took my phone number and I put it on a piece of paper. And I said, "Hey, are you tired of eating alone? Me too. Let's get lunch or dinner together sometime." And then in a small text I said, "Please help, I'm an introvert, I don't know how to make friends." And I took that and I taped it outside of Southside, and I got like 40 people to call me and stuff.
Wow. How do you make friends on campus?
Me? So, all right, listen.
Uh-oh.
This is the best advice you're gonna hear all day, and that's, you gotta just pick an animal to sort of like embody, you know? You gotta pick an animal to embody, and you gotta just walk up to people and be that animal, right? Because, yeah. No, so like, most people are scared of like their inner self, their actual self, like being attacked by somebody else, but it's not actually you that's being attacked, it's the animal that you're embodying that's being attacked if somebody like doesn't like who you are when you try to make friends with them. So then you just gotta remember which animal you are for each different friend that you make, and you can never show your true self or form any genuine connection. That's how you do it.
Quick follow-up question. What animal do you normally go to?
Like a starfish.
How do you embody a starfish? Ain't no way you pulling up to people and you just go. And how do people normally respond? Oh, ladies and gentlemen, he's starfish.
I can't keep a straight face.
Okay, so just putting yourself in certain places
Yeah.
and getting out of your room,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
feel helps
Yes.
make friends. Putting yourself in places where you can make friends.
Exactly.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
I'm like a cryptid. I'm everywhere.
What's your cryptic name? Cryptid
Ooh,
name.
I never thought about that. I'll have to think about that one.
Okay, you're gonna have to get back to me on that
Yeah,
one.
I will.
Why do you think that people are so shy when trying to make friends?
I feel like most people like to keep to themselves. I think it can be hard to put yourself out there, let people see who you are, because, nobody likes rejection, even, when it's like a friendship thing. No one wants to think you're weird.
Right.
That's worst case scenario. That's worse than no.
Yes, it is. So how do you get over that? How do you get over that fear of rejection?
I feel like a lot of it is just, learning how to cope and move on.
Mm-hmm.
Like, because there's going to be someone who won't. There's going to be plenty of people who won't.
And that's the goal.
Exactly.
Find somebody who won't. One of your Save the World classes, her major is actually Save the World.
Actually, I got a superlative for that in high school. Most likely to save the world.
Yeah, I got something on the same level. I got Best Smile. So, we're both doing big things.
Yeah, both the same category.
You got connections within like the Overwatch community.
I have connections in the GMU Overwatch community.
That still counts. Can you get Sombra my number?
Dude, no one has Sombra's number. You think that the best hacker in the universe basically is that's who portrayed has a phone number you can just call her on?
So what you're trying to tell me?
You need to.
Is she has my number.
She definitely has your number. If she was interested, she'd call.
I'm already in the. Y'all hear that? I'm already in the game with a fictional character. Okay, your girlfriend just texted me, which was like in all caps. Why she text like this?
I have no idea. There's a lot I still don't really understand about her.
You gotta tell her to stop it with Satan.
I don't tell black women what to do.
And nor do I. We would never.
We would never.
Hi, Mom.
I have a question for you.
All right.
Julian, what made you want to do this show? You already have a radio show. What made you want to make the jump?
I'm gonna keep it real. When I came to this campus and I came to this office, I was coming here to make a talk show. But I got distracted because I saw there was a sign for radio, and I thought, well, while I get ready to set my show up, I can just sit on the radio and talk for a while. But then when I got into like the boss's office, he was like, "Do you want a job?" And I went, "Do I want a what?" And then I became the social media director. So then I started focusing more on that instead of actually working on the visual arts. And don't get me wrong, I love radio. I love talking to people. I love getting to know people. I love making jokes. But I also really like video editing and creating through this medium. I always have since I was little. So, I mean, we're coming up on our senior year, and I don't want to leave without doing this.
So this was always the end game.
This was always the end game. Well, I actually really liked everybody's perspective on that. There's so many different people from different walks of life, and I feel like that was really helpful. So what we're going to do is we're going to combine everything we just learned and test it out by doing what I do best, talking to strangers. Let's hit the streets, right? Let's roll.
All right, welcome back everybody at Mason. I don't know if you guys know about this, but this is Julian back on the street. I've been on these streets before and I'm back on it. What the world needs right now? We gotta make some friends. We gotta make friends. We gotta influence people. And luckily, I got the advice from all my friends back at the station on how to make friends. And I'm definitely going to use it properly. So combined with me talking to strangers and everything they said, we about to kick it back. We're gonna see if that even catches on. The advice I was given. Olivia and Drew. Olivia said, put yourself in good places to make friends. I don't know why I've been standing here for 8 minutes. This feels like a great place to meet friends. If there's a fire anywhere, you come here. So I don't even know what's going on. I mean, he gets it. He can't hear me. He gets it though. Learning how to make friends.
Oh God.
No.
Oh no.
So, how are you?
Good. How are you after that?
I recovered, and that's what's important. Your sister told me that a good way to make friends is to be in places where it's like makes sense to make friends. Where are these places?
I have no idea.
She didn't specify.
Yeah, that's a problem.
I've been walking around random places. I don't know where to go. Okay, so Olivia's advice is not working. Okay, I think we gotta go to Drew's advice, which is a more direct approach, staking out. And what Drew obviously meant by staking out and, you know, sitting in places, seeing if you see people, we're staring. Staring's gonna work. That's gonna get the job done. Come on, let's go. Come on, let's go. And Drew said to stake out certain places. So we're staking out. I didn't bring binoculars, but we're gonna try it. Hold up. Hold up. Wait, Sonny? Yeah. You really just died there? You want to be on a show? Guys, it worked. We staked out. We found Sonny. Sonny, how you feel about being on camera?
Pretty good.
What's a good way to make friends?
Join clubs, be active.
Join clubs, be active. All right, I'll let you get to class. You go be active. You're welcome. Guys, staking out must obviously work. Let's find some other places to stake out.
Hello.
I'm staking out right now. Is it working?
Yeah.
Is that a beat? Is that a beat? Is he still there?
Are you guys okay?
Can you please be shorter? No. Well, I tried. I did get a bag out of this. So who really won here? Who really?
Staring?
Staking out.
Staking, okay. That you're not good at staking out. It's very
How?
obvious.
Oh, you're so, wait, hold up.
Okay. All right. Not quite. You're...
George, we meet again. I got a list of things to talk to you about. What is a good way to make friends, though? Why won't you answer me? How did you get so tall? Now, I was told by my friend that staking out is pretty good. Where do I stake out to make friends?
I'm not exactly sure what staking out is, but like...
Me neither.
The hub is a great start. Just play some games, but like... The best way where you're gonna get the most results is you just have to consistently force yourself to go to these events. Because like, say there's a club going on, they're expected to talk to each other. Or like there's a little like Mason does events where there's free food. You're expected to interact, so then it's a little easier to say hi. And you like hit up something easy, like why do you show up? Stuff like that.
What are some good ways to make friends?
Joining groups, figuring out your personal interests and going to focusing on them. Communication, I guess meeting with classmates that are not out of class. Mm-hmm. Sometimes going up and talking to people depending on the environment, or like attending meetings, crews, parties, and things like that.
All right, so to hop off what she just said, how do you get invited to a party?
Know people in Greek life.
Well, I guess I gotta ask my roommate then. We will see in that case.
But let me tell you where you can actually make friends. We have a variety of student support spaces on campus. You know, one of my favorites is Women and Gender Studies Center. That's in room 240K, at second floor of the JC. There's also right beside is the Paul Robeson room for African and African American studies. Now, my favorite is the Contemporary Student Services Lounge, ground floor of the hub. Go in there, get a drink, converse with those who share your similar background as a contemporary student. I'm a transfer and a commuter. I want to meet with people like that, not these privileged suck-ups that walk around these halls every day.
I was about to say, you sound like you're plugging and then you just dropped crippling suck-ups. So
suck-ups here.
Oh man, all right, Ethan's dissing on people. Shoot, I was told to embody an animal. What's a good animal to embody here?
I have no idea. Who said that?
My boy Trevor. He embodies a starfish though, so let me just, if you don't mind.
You look like Jesus.
Lion.
A lion, all right, hold up. You hold this.
I'll hold this.
Okay. Wait, I can't.
Yeah,
okay.
There you go, there you go, there you go.
Simba, everything the light touches is our kingdom. All right, how's that?
I mean, I want to be your friend now. So.
Are we friends? We got one. We got one. It worked. It worked.
No, have you seen seals on the beach? Have you seen a beach seal before?
They just kind of
no,
move like.
they just lay.
They
like
just kind of.
Just like lay.
So just
if
kind
you
of
lay
like a
down
little.
right now, yeah, lay down right now. Perfect. No.
Like this?
Leg down. Put both legs up. There you go. You look like you're doing really good.
Oh wait a minute. Actually, I came prepared for this.
Yeah. Seal life is the best life, no?
Bro, we kicking back, baby. When making friends, what's a good animal to
You saying I have a
embody?
spirit animal? You're telling that to an indigenous man, Julian?
I am giving you advice I was given earlier. You guys watched the tape. You know I'm not crazy.
Maybe for the introverts, you could be an owl and just kind of like watch from a corner and just like yell out and wait for someone to approach you. Maybe.
You think that'll work?
I think for a certain crowd of people it would work.
Who?
An interesting one, that's all I'll say.
Who?
Oh,
I did it.
I feel like a lion just has a presence, you know? It's a lot of confidence into that. And you really get people's attention with a nice roar.
All right, show me how it's done.
I haven't been a lion in many years.
Well, I mean, you speak so passionately about it.
I do. You gotta give him a nice, you know.
Oh.
Yeah, it's just a little bit. You don't want to like go crazy, you know.
Okay.
Like you can't hit him with like a, you know, because that will strike fear in people.
Me personally, I would never hit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like
no,
I
wouldn't let that happen.
Me personally. Can you hit a starfish with me real quick though? For my boy Trevor, you just gotta give him with a little bit of a. Thank you. You seem like you know how to embody an animal. What are your tips? What are your tips and tricks? Okay. You guys better be writing this down. This is good stuff. This is good stuff. Okay, sit, scratch, and what else? And look off into the distance. Sit, scratch, walk, look off into the distance. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you. So we are here with local tall guy, Cole, who is taller than me. How's that feel?
Great, it feels amazing.
I'm 6'2", by the way. How many parties do you go to?
Typically, I've cut down on a lot of my partying because it's like, you want to have a balance. So I would say about 3 or 4 in the semester.
Good for you.
Yeah.
No, why didn't you invite me?
In my defense. Okay, so.
Yeah.
Cars ride, I was not the person to organize it. I was invitee, not inviter, so
Okay.
I can't.
All right, well,
Respectful of like the person that is driving and like everything.
Well, if you get invited to a 4th or 5th one, thank you, Kai. Thank you.
A lot of times you can just talk to people, and if you see them around a lot of times they're down to be your friend. You know, just be cool, be down to talk to people.
Oh, that's such a good question. I think my favorite way to make friends is to just go up to someone and start having a conversation and see if they vibe the same way.
That is literally what I'm doing right now, and it is working. So we're already off to a great start.
You know, if you got no style, you're walking around in the Mason shirt all the time. That was a big call out, but you know, I like that shirt. It's comfortable, but it is not stylish. You know, it is very NPC-esque, right? And I love to wear it in my freshman year, but it was kind of NPC-esque.
So yeah, switch up the fits. And if you're wearing Mason gear, switch up the Mason gear. They've got a million things in the bookstore. If you're wearing the same Mason shirt over and over again, what are you doing? So those tactics, how do you think they worked?
I don't know.
So
far, you've
We're
knocked
best.
over trash cans. I mean, we're already friends, so I don't know if this counts. But I mean, if we are counting, so far you've knocked over a trash can.
Yep,
You've stared me in the face. Which
that did happen.
Somewhat uncomfortable.
Weird.
And then you hid behind a garbage can. And then you did a Jesus impression.
That was a starfish.
Starfish/Jesus. Very interesting. Maybe not friendship material.
Y'all hear something?
Well, with that information in mind, I think this means we have our first hater. That's what this is. Obviously, I'm using everybody's. I don't know what you're laughing about. Well, that was a lot of talking. But we forgot one bit of advice. That was Ian's advice. And that this is all about trial and error. So sometimes it goes well, sometimes it doesn't go as well. Do I advise you to stare people down? Probably not. Do I advise you to just walk up to people and starfish? I doubt it. And do I advise you to just stake different areas out? Not really. And my friends didn't either. What you're supposed to do is you're supposed to maybe think of an animal to start a conversation about with somebody, sit in places to find other people, and put yourself in locations where you can meet people. So do that. And if that doesn't work, knock yourself out with what I did. But it's all about trial and error. And I'm getting hot. Let's get back to the studio. Come on. Come on. Let's go. Whew. Thank you, Grape. Put him over there. So I think we learned a lot from that. But that's just how I interact with people. You can use any part of that, and I hope it helps you make some friends. But it's important to know what to do and what not to do. And to help show us this, let's get some therapy done wrong with my favorite unlicensed therapist, Riley. Listen, Riley, what is a good way to make friends? You gotta let me know, man.
The best way to make friends? Just be yourself. If they truly appreciate you for you, then they'll want to be your friends and they'll want to stay. They won't go because you're not a party animal or something like that. Just be yourself. But since you're not paying me, don't make friends. Don't leave your room. Always look paranoid. Never sleep because they're watching you, and develop schizophrenia.
I feel like that was really bad advice.
It's free.
I can tell. Please stop giving advice. But if you want therapy done wrong, please click this link in the description or right here, and Riley will answer your questions. Please do not follow any of his advice. I am begging you. But at the end of the day, meeting new people is about putting yourself out there and having people like you for you. Always be the most authentic you that you can be, because the people that will surround you for it will accept you for you. And those are the best kinds of friendships. Am I right, guys?
I got you, Julian.
Yes, sir.
Can I come in now?
No. Well, thanks for watching, everyone. I'll see you guys in the next episode if my show hasn't been canceled by then. See ya. See ya. All right, so what'd you think?
I liked it. You can keep the show.
Yes, let's go. Thank you. You will not regret this. Thank you. Okay, I gotta go.
So where are you headed?
Remember how earlier I said I was gonna be late for a class? Yeah. See ya.
Think I got credit, bro? I ain't got credit. I ain't got money. I ain't got coke. I ain't got, you know what I do have? I got debt.
Of the college variety.
But not from George Mason University. I love George Mason University. Thank you, the Mason Cable Network.
The most diverse school in the state of Virginia. Can't you see? 2 shades of black.
There we go. Boy, oh boy, do I love this melanin. A lot of action happening right now. Call this the chocolate factory. I'm done.
All right.